Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Got it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Switch, 3, 218, chop, sit.
The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Ready.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go, hey, C6. Hey. 5.
On 2nd down now, McCann. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, set, 60 or. Leo. Switch. Now.
They'll set up a throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense, because when they came out on the field, their number one mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
Come on, D! Check 24, check 24.
On second down, it's Cook. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively, because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Hey, 50's a mic, 50's a mic.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
36. Wait. Echo. Hey.
Off play action, Fields. And that's caught by Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the ready. 50. Mike 50. I got him. Check. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Fields. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Over. Yeah, Jim.
Off play action, Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Fields. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Off play action. Fields. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Fields. Now he steps away, and that is incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now back to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
25 yards that time.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off play action. Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
Coming, baby. I'm just going. Match back. Right. Check 3. Check 3. Come on. March 43. March 50. Let it go.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's make these babies look at me. Go, go. Get it.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's just me and you. That's just me and you. Mike 40, Mike 40. Check, check. He's coming, he's coming.
Off the play fake. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Back to throw. Fields. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Off play action. Fields. Past the 20. And Diggs has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run. Slam, slam, slam.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Kill it, motion me out.
Trump. Hey, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh?
Now this time he'll look to throw. Yeah, he's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. looking to throw. Fields to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Come on, baby, come on, over.
From the gun, Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They don't want. Keep playing hard, fellas. Let's get it.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Running for it, here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball.
And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
He's checking. Crash. Look, wait. Slow. 43 is the mic, boy. 43.
Back to throw. Fields. And an alley to run.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Off the play fake. Fields. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Check. I got one.
Off play action. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake. Fields eluding the pressure right. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Hey.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Lions will take over.
Go now. 70.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead.
And this will be caught at the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Off play action. Fields. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Buying time to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Shit. Whip. Watch the whip. Press on. Cover. Delta. 50, Mike, 50.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. 43.
Off the play fake. Fields to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. He'll look to throw. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second week in a row?
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Off play action. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Off the play fake. Fields. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
64. Hey, exit.
At the 25-yard line.
Bang, bang. Check.
2nd and 5. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Looking to throw. Fields going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Hey, Delta. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Deuce.
Fair. Go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Sponge.
Throw out.
No.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's get off the field.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connect.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Let's put that
5.
Check it out, Reed. Tight up.
The setup to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Yeah, he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah.